It's that time of the week again, the weekly debrief, week 30, 2025. Man, this summer's getting by, and I'm not getting nearly enough done around the house, but so be it. Starting off internationally, nothing really caught my attention this week of something to discuss or a talking point or something that's making me think, hey, I need to plan for possibilities because of it. I think the biggest news I saw was things are dusting up between Thailand and Cambodia. Some border skirmishes, you know the usual story. This is, I guess we can blame this one on the French, who, when they were in charge of that area during the colonial era, they drew some arbitrary lines on the map to make the new countries, and there are some temples right on the border that they're disputing over. At least that's the gist I got of it. I don't see it escalating more than just some skirmishes. Basically, the only reason I'm bringing it up is Thailand's a strong ally of the United States, and Cambodia is in Team China. So if that got going, it could possibly become some type of a proxy war with the U.S. backing up Thailand and vice versa with China and Cambodia. But honestly, I don't think either the United States or China cares enough to get involved with this. It seems neither side really wants to fight. They're just doing your normal border skirmish type things. It'll probably blow over. I talked about that way more than I thought I would. The one thing nationally that got my attention and makes me think a little strongly is in, I believe it's Traverse City, Michigan. Somewhere in Michigan, there was a knife attack at a Walmart. They wouldn't release pictures or the name of the guy who did the knifing, which kind of leads you to suspect one or two things. The scary thing for me is 11 people were stabbed or injured during this ordeal. I don't know if there's any fatalities or not, but 11 people. So things can happen pretty quickly with just one guy and a knife. So be vigilant. That's the takeaway for that. It's something I like to say I am all the time, but like most people, I say I am more than I am. I need to be more aware of my surroundings, and we collectively as a society need to realize that there's really no such thing as a safe area in town anymore. You know, there's a lot of people in the concealed carry community that, oh, I only carry a gun when I'm in a neighborhood where I think I'll need it. Well, I guarantee you that there's 11 people in Michigan that didn't think they're going to be stabbed at Walmart, and there they are. Bad things happen when bad people are anywhere, not just in the bad neighborhoods or the bad cities or what have you. There's no boundaries for that kind of stuff. Your safe neighborhoods, your good neighborhoods are not all that safe or all that good. There's a potential for that anywhere. So if you are of the mindset that you carry daily. Even if you're just going a quick run into the local convenience store for whatever, carry. There's no excuses. Bad things are going to happen. Whether you carry or not, be vigilant of what's around you. I'm not saying profile everybody and scan everybody up and down. Does that guy have a knife? Does that guy have a gun? But be aware of your surroundings, people around you, especially if somebody's acting suspicious or seems out of place. And I could go on for hours of examples. Somebody that seems really nervous, somebody that seems edgy, somebody wearing a heavy coat when it's 90 degrees out, that kind of stuff. If something seems off, be aware. If something starts to happen, react. Get out of the way or fight back, whatever you want to do, whatever is best for that scenario. And a good segue to the next thing is when you're out in public, don't have your damn face buried in your damn phone. Be vigilant to what's going on around you. So the final thing, and that was local for me, conversations and things that happened to me personally over this weekend. This is more of a rant than anything. We have our annual family camp out. My family has a cabin up on the south shore of Lake Superior, the north side of Wisconsin, and family from all over the area go up there every year, at least once a year. We've been going there for over 20 years, right? And it's off the beaten path, and there's multiple routes to get there. And I had cousins who are smart people. They're generation behind me. They're in their mid-20s now, but they're all college educated. A few of them have master's degrees. They're not idiots. They drove up, and their dad, it's a typical conversation there is, what route did you take? Because there's multiple routes, and then we'll debate on which is the best route. And we asked the one couple, how'd you get here? And they said, oh, Google told me. And they came from the Twin Cities area in Minnesota. And the father asked him, well, did you take I-35 all the way up, or did you cross over to Wisconsin 35? And they said, oh, couldn't tell you. And that's the part that concerned me, because I-35 is Interstate 35 that goes from Duluth, Minnesota down to Texas. It's part of the interstate system. You know how interstates look, freeways, divided highways with at least 2 lanes in each direction, often more. Wisconsin 35 is an old state highway in the middle of nowhere. That's a 2-lane road. They couldn't tell me the name of either of them or where it was. They just said Google. Google Maps. I just did what Google told me. And hey, I use Google Maps and Apple Maps and all that stuff all the time too. It's nice for reminders. It's great to see a heads up if there's construction and stuff, but getting to the point where you don't know what road you're on at all during the course of a 4-hour or 3-hour drive from your place to a cabin, that's just scary. We're so dependent on apps now to do all our thinking for us, all our planning for us, and we're just too dependent on these damn things that I'm recording this on. I'm not saying they should be able to drive up to this cabin in a remote area once a year by memory, but they should at least know, hey, I'm turning onto County Road A. Yep, there's County Road A. Instead, they just go, oh, I was supposed to make a left-hand turn. I made a left-hand turn. Part of that is, what if you get into a situation and the app, you lose self-service and you lose the direction things. You get enough self-service to send a text and saying, hey, I'm stranded. I have a flat tire. Where are you? I don't know. Google Maps was telling me where to go, and now I don't have Google Maps. We gotta do better at that. So that's more of a rant. I gotta remind myself to every once, even like on routine drives to work and other places, is pay attention to the side streets. So if I do get into an accident or there's something I need to call in, I can tell family members, loved ones, my inner circles, or dispatch at where I'm at, and not just say I-35. I'm at I-35 at mile marker 156 or what have you. So this, I guess that kind of ties back again, is just be self-aware. Be self-aware of what's going on and what you're doing. So there, a little rant. It just comes down to be aware of what's going on, put your phones down, and all that stuff. Catch you next time.